Hello everyone. Our daily World Cup coverage continues. The past 24 hours have treated fans to a flurry of intense emotions, historic achievements, and dramatic endings in the battle for a spot in the knockout stages. The group stage is entering its final stretch, and the tension is rising with each match. Let's start with Group A. Senegal maintained an excellent chance of advancing to the round of 16, decimating the Toronto Raptors' Iraqi defense. After two early losses, both sides needed a decisive victory, and the African team delivered brilliantly, registering the largest rout in the history of African national teams at World Cups. The home team got off to a flying start. Just 4 minutes in, Habib Diarab headed the ball into the net. The situation for Iraq turned catastrophic in the 15th minute, when referee Anthony Taylor, after a tip-off, sent off Reben Sulaka for a foul on Nadezhda. Left with 10 men, the Iraqis held on until the break, but began to crumble early in the second half. 3 minutes in, Ismail Osar headed home a cross from his teammates, and substitute Pap Gueye made the score even bigger with a superb curling shot. A little later, Gueye scored his second with a powerful shot from 132 kilometers per hour, and Lyman Diaye sealed the deal with a spectacular strike at the end of the match. The final score was 5-0. If the situation in the other groups remains the same, the team from Senegalia will advance to the playoffs against England. In the other match of this group, the French team crushed Norway. The French team took the lead early on thanks to a goal from Ousmane Dembélé. 3 minutes later, Dembélé doubled the advantage for the French team. Norway, however, refused to give up and managed to get back into the game. Tella Osgar scored a goal, but this only further spurred on the French, who continued to dominate the field. Dembélé scored again in the first half, completing a hat-trick. After the break, the Vikings had a golden chance to get back into the game, earning a penalty, but Jorgen Strand Larsson couldn't beat Mike Mignon with his penalty kick. And in the final minutes of the match, the French completed the rout. Derry Douay scored the final goal of the match. The result was 4-1. France became the overall winner of Group A. Norway, with 6 points, finished second in the group. Both teams advanced to the playoffs. Senegal also advances to the last 16 as the best third-place team. Iraq finishes the World Cup without a single point in the tournament. The third round of Group H matches also took place. In one of the matches, the Spanish national team secured a narrow victory over Uruguay. Alex Baena scored the only goal in the 42nd minute. 40-year-old Uruguayan goalkeeper Fernando Muslera, who was subsequently substituted at halftime, made another goal-scoring error at the World Cup. Late in the game, Torre doubled the score, but he fired the ball over not only the goalkeeper, but also the crossbar. Meanwhile, in the parallel match of this group, Cabo Verde drew 0-0 with Saudi Arabia. It's worth noting that Bubishti's team drew all 3 matches in the group stage, but that was enough to secure second place in the standings and sensationally advance to the round of 16. Saudi Arabia, with 2 points, finished bottom of their group and is leaving the tournament. It's also worth noting that Spain's victory gives them 7 points and places them first in Group H. Uruguay, meanwhile, are already in the group stage, finishing their World Cup campaign in the group stage. With 2 points, Marcel Bielsa's team will be unable to qualify for the playoffs based on the ranking of the best third-place finishers. And so the 2 matches of the final round of Group G took place. In one of them, Belgium crushed New Zealand. The Belgians entered the head-to-head match with just 2 points. They had drawn twice early on, putting them at risk of not making it to the knockout stages. But at the crucial moment, Rudy Garcia's men were able to confirm their status as the group favorites. They dominated from the start and could have scored twice by the 13th minute, but it didn't happen. It wasn't long, however, before the Red Devils finally opened the scoring in the 28th minute. Leandro Trossard picked up the ball in the penalty area and sent it almost into the top corner. After a break, Rudy Garcia's men continued to play attacking football and quickly secured a victory. In the 50th minute, Leandro Trossard scored a brace, and midway through the second half, Kevin De Bruyne completed the rout. He struck a perfect left-footed shot into the far bottom corner from about 20 meters. The New Zealanders finally managed to score a consolation goal, scored by Elijah Just. However, they couldn't avoid a rout. Romelu Lukaku and Alexis Saelemaekers made it 5-1. Just like that, Belgium improved and advanced to the last 16. And in the parallel match, Egypt and Iran faced off. The Egyptians had 4 points, while their opponents had 2. In just the 5th minute, Mahmoud Sabir scored on a rebound in the penalty area, giving Egypt the lead. However, their lead didn't last long. In the 10th minute, Mohamed Abdelmanem fouled his opponent, and the referee awarded a penalty. However, Mehdi Taremi didn't score, and Mustafa Shabir parried the shot. But the tie was restored in the very next attack. Ramin Rezaeian scored from a tight angle. The score was 1-1. A draw was enough for Egypt to finish second and advance to the round of 16. Iran, meanwhile, is currently in third place.